Italian Sicilians do it better. Oh, can't you see? From cooking to comedy, it's pure family. Turn it up, this groove's for you. Queens in the house, bringing something true.
Welcome.
I'll take off my hat to you, sir. It's an honor to be in your presence.
Listen, we're just happy.
Gentlemen.
I'm just saying, I'm like, she went from behind the scenes, to here. You've been promoted.
I've been promoted.
It's 30 cents more an hour.
You guys may not know, obviously, my wife does all the magic behind the scenes for our recordings.
Mm-hmm.
So today, she's joining us. And scusate, hai un corpo corrente.
Corrente.
Uffish con te stavi.
Yeah,
So.
I un frisco. I don't know if it's in Desta, but
Mi piscacca. So what's new, guys?
same old, same old. Well, you two live together, so you guys know what's new. I have no idea.
What's new with you? How you doing?
All right, just listed my place for sale because, I make that kind of money.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
Which mansion you buying now?
I don't know, whichever one that has warm weather, maybe I'll buy Canada.
Are you buying, I heard Puff Daddy's penthouses for sale.
Yeah, I made sure that they kept all the oil in the place. So we're going to leave that.
That's wet.
Yeah, but it's necessary. Nah, so that's going to be a whole new thing. Moved to Yonkers 5 years ago. Now I'm moving again, staying in Westchester, but I hate the fucking moving process. I think it's total shit, but...
And you're looking for a bigger place, which is good.
Yeah, it's big. I want to look for a bigger place, I made a promise I would try to help my mother,
In case è un piccirillo speciale.
No,
Trust
that's a good son. Let me tell you.
And I pay for it every day.
No, we all pay for it.
They
every
normally
day.
say those good sons die first, so don't be too good.
Don't make promises, bro, please. Nah, listen, it's cool, man. She retired, she needs to live a little better, and I get upgraded if you think about it too. It's supposed to be a little bit, but it puts a cramp on some things, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do? It's my mom. Like I know if your mom was still around here, whatever, you'd make the accommodations you could, Sacrifice? Is that what we always talk about?
Yeah, you got to go out of your way for family, right? If you don't, who's gonna do that for you?
It all depends.
Now, while we're talking on the topic of family, right? When we talk about our parents, obviously we know each other's parents, but for the viewers, are our parents that over dramatic type? Like, for example, are they a screamer if they go to a funeral, or are they?
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
I see what you're saying. So it's really unfortunate. I could barely answer that question.
No, I can't answer that.
I know you can. I can't because we never did anything as a unit. We don't go to funerals as a unit. You know what I mean?
What's a funeral?
No, I don't find that with our younger generation, but the older generation, there was a lot of more dramaticism. What's the word when you're more dramatic?
Yeah.
Right?
No, you're more dramatic.
And I don't mean it in a bad way. I just think it's in them personally. Like,
They
to
do
be
themselves-
very dramatic and right, like
They
the
do
whole
themselves on the coffin.
screaming.
Get me a primo.
I mean, I get it. But
Yeah, I know, but
That's an older generation thing. I don't see that with the young generation.
like even in The Godfather, that they expressed that. Remember when they shot the son, and in the town you hear her screaming, "Ammazzala mi figlio," stuff like. I just feel like, is it just Italians or is it multicultural?
I think it's multicultural. I think there's a lot of like deep-rooted cultures that are thick with family. Like, I feel like if you get the American culture, you get the very standard, like everyone shows up, that you don't see that drama behind it. I think with the ethnic groups is where you see that heavy, I can't believe they're gone.
I don't know if it's in other cultures. We went to a funeral.
Oh, yes.
Wait a second.
Polish.
Somebody I don't think it was Polish, that you worked with. And they had shots. They had on the mantle. They had food and they were all socializing amongst themselves.
100%. I think that no, I'm saying not all of them. There are some who they literally take it. We celebrate that person's life, which is
They
fine.
were having shots, and
That's fine.
And that was like a sign of.
Yeah.
I think it was Polish. I don't know why.
It might have been, but I'm saying everyone does it differently, right? We are, or at least our culture, the old school, like you said, they go over the top. You know, they throw themselves on the coffin. Take me to Jesus Christ. You know, they do all that stuff, and I get it. I understand.
Like we're showing our love and what they mean to us.
It's called the performance of a lifetime.
Is it though? That's what I'm saying.
Oh well, it depends who's there.
Who's watching?
Who's what? Which side of the family did I have the most problems with? That I want to show I love that guy in the box more than they did.
Is that what it is?
What? Oh, come on.
I have not seen another culture do that.
So I have. I actually have
Oh,
seen.
you have?
I have. I
Okay.
have seen other, like even on like videos, and they're not like fake making a skit
Can you say
doing
what
this.
culture it was?
No. So it's let's.
I know we want to leave out names. We don't want to mention people.
I will just say, because we're gonna do a general thing, they were definitely darker than I am. Okay, that can mean multiple countries. So I'm just saying that there are those who do feel that loss, and they throw themselves and they cry and they scream, they holler, they do all this shit, and I understand why, but I feel like, again, the American, if you like two generations, you're not going to see that.
No, not
You're
at
not
all.
going to see that. You have those who celebrate the life, like you saw, having shots, telling stories, people coming in dressed up vibrantly. You know, like this is not supposed to be a sad time. This is supposed to be a happy time because they lived their life and that it's over.
I just think it's crazy because there's that saying, like at funerals you laugh and at
Yes.
weddings you cry.
Which
Me
I don't get the
too.
whole crying at wedding. I don't, that part. I can't make the it is a happy. What are you crying about? What is the part? Is it happy crying? It has to be happy
It's
crying.
happiness, but you're
crying-
happy that they're moving on to like another chapter
But maybe
of
as a
their life.
parent, but I don't see like
Right.
Well, there would be a close person that would cry.
I still
You're
see
not going to cry for your
friends.
cousin.
Like I see friends crying when their friends are up there getting married, and I'm like, "Fuck's your problem?" Like, you know, like, what are you crying about? You're not moving in with them. What the fuck? What's your problem? I get it. I'm so happy for them. I'm crying.
It's a beautiful moment.
Oh,
And you're happy for them
I
that they're
guess.
moving on in their life. I mean, as a friend, I don't see myself crying. Like, but if
Right.
it was like a brother, a sister, like that's
I think.
different.
Hold on. I think that, and I think it only happens with not just friends, best friends.
A closeness.
Okay, right, but it's not under the guise of just, this is my friend getting married. This is my friend who's like a family member. That I understand. Actual family members, okay, maybe like a mother, a father who's, giving away his daughter. Totally get it. I understand it. Friends, I've seen it, but I've only seen it with close friends. Like, they might as well have just been related at that point. But regular friends, when I see,
Right.
because you know everyone's history. You're friends with friends, and then you see the one person crying for them, and you're like, yo, you're not even that close with them. What the fuck are you crying about? Like, this is, are you to show off, to show how much you love them? Get the fuck out of here. Like, stop. But close friends, yes, I do see that. I could see that.
I want to actually go in a little deeper.
Deeper than that, what, you got a shovel?
Again, I'm always going to refer it because, I grew up Italian,
Of course.
Does it exist in other cultures? Probably, but
It probably does, yeah.
why does the detail matter?
Detail
Right.
meaning what?
Meaning, make sure you find out who sent those flowers for the funeral. Or, look at the size and look how small. Like, everything is nitpicked.
Do you remember what I just said a few minutes ago? It's about history. It's about, I want to show that I love them more.
No, I'm going to take it a step further. Italians
Okay.
are very passionate people, and in a good way. I don't mean this in a bad way at all.
Right.
We're very passionate about things. I love you. I gotta cry so the world knows how much I love you.
Because everything's a stage.
Yes. You're getting married. I gotta cry. I'm crying. I feel like crying because I love you so much and I'm happy for you.
Right.
And everything comes down to respect too. It's like
Okay.
hand in hand.
I just feel like it's always just competition.
No, it's not just. I feel there's a mixture.
You got him a clock, I'm getting him a closet.
Well, the thing
Getting
is,
a grandfather clock.
But the thing is, it's not like one, like if you're two not participants, if you guys are both attendees, you're not going to know what you gave. That person's going to know what you gave and vice versa. You're not going to know. You're going to know because you're the one receiving. So the question then becomes, it's like, who are they in competition with? Like, are they just want to just outdo just to make sure they can outdo the others without even knowing? Maybe. I think that's more of it. Like, but then again, it could be, prime example, like me, right? I'll use myself as an example. When I give because I want. I want to. I'm in no competition with anybody. I don't know who got what from where and how much. I got none of that. It's how I feel. If I want to give somebody, example, a $400 watch, because I wanted to. If I wanted to give you a $20 gift card, it's because I wanted to. It has nothing to do with anything else. But that's just me. It has to come from you. The gift is supposed to come from you, not from, what did Enza give you? Oh, okay. All right. Let me see. I can top that. I have no joy in that. I like the gifts that I like to give when I know I can afford it and I know it's going to be liked. That's just me.
It's just so true. Like when you look at our friend there, Salzo, that does his funeral skits. Who's in the limousine? Or check out who gave those flowers and make sure you take a picture of this. Yep. You know, and then the flip side, you know, even a wedding or an event. Oh, look what he got now. Look at those shoes. Look, like, is it competition? Is it jealousy? Is it all of them?
I think it's a mixture, bro.
I think it's a mix of everything.
It's a mixture.
Like, are we allowed to own anything nice for each other without someone stabbing you in the back? Like,
or people judging, looking, oh, Dalia.
Like, it's come
Look
down
what they're
to
doing. All of this, they're showing off or
if
whatever.
I dress like a bum, look at that bum. If I dress like I'm $1 million, oh, he thinks his shit don't stink. So where's the medium that satisfies everybody?
Can I tell you? Okay, oh man, I love
there is no
conversations
happy
like this.
medium with Italians.
Do you know why that is? No, I'm saying this is why I like conversations like this. Do you know why that is? Seriously, it is psychology. Seriously, it is psychology. Do you want to know why that is? I'm not a psychologist, but I can read between the lines. When someone is not happy with themselves, they project outward. When they have comments like that, oh, the guy's a bum. He has nothing over there. Oh, look, he's a show off. You're projecting yourself outward. There's never a happy moment that somebody else gains something where you could genuinely be happy about it. Oh, look, he's doing good for himself. I'm proud of that. No, it's look at where he is and now look at where I'm at. Why is he doing better than me? He thinks he's a fucking show off? That's the problem. The problem, it's self-projecting failure or self-deprecating failure in a certain way that they feel some type of way, that they have to show that, and it's wrong.
I don't know if it's that type of a thing.
There's a mixture.
I also feel like it's the older generation that does all of that. Like us today, the younger ones, we're not really hung up on all these details. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the older generation. Oh, look, they're showing off.
Correct.
Oh, look what he has.
we
Look what he's not doing.
But we changed because us who view things now changed from that. He's talking from a mindset of, oh, look at that guy. He thinks that he's just show off. Oh, look at that. He's just like a bum. He's probably doing nothing with his life. That's all sayings that are, like, I guess, kind of like yours and then into mine. We don't care about that shit anymore. So even that is coming from an old mentality,
right?
Which why I'm
some
saying
of us still have it.
Because
we look at things.
And what do you learn? Because you learned that you are your environment.
It's instilled in us.
That's what I'm saying. You are your environment. So those who broke from that and said, "I don't need to be that way,"
you could ask me, who gave you what for your wedding? I could tell you. I know exactly who gave you what.
But it's not because of any malicious reason.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
It's instilled in me too, right? Because that's how I grew up, and what you know. But
I gotta tell you, like, it can't be just me. Like, what gets under my skin? Stuff like that. It's when someone, like, let's just say, I don't know, we're just hanging out, right?
Sure.
And, you know, there's a difference of a joke and someone being serious. If for no reason someone just starts mumbling my ear on this guy, this guy, that, I can't stand it. I don't even want to be in the room anymore.
Like when you're comparing people.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Because
the comparing, the measuring, the money, the cars. Who cares?
Well, people like that that, I think it does come from jealousy. If you're comparing what I have, what you have.
Because that's what I
Or what
said.
he has.
Because it's projecting an
That's-
inward problem.
Or let's go back to the funeral. Like people want, like obviously you want to know who got what for a thank you, but that's the last thing in my mind. Like I don't care. I don't care what flowers
Me
you bought.
personally,
I don't care.
I don't care either. Yeah, I do know. I do have my stuff written down. But at the end of the day, when we go to a party, what am I concerned with? Where is it at? What kind of party it is? Okay, what do you think the dishes are going to cost? Let's cover our dishes. Like, that's kind of the conversation we have. I'm not going to go back in my Rolodex and be like, oh, Dando, this is what they're getting. I just kind of look to cover my dishes, depending if there's a little more to give or not. And that's what I go off of.
Listen, I understand. I think it's a whole pointless thing at this point. It really is. Because you wrote it down, right? Let's just throw this as a hypothetical. You wrote it down. Will you ever see that again? That paper, book of what they were. No. So why do it in the first place?
What do you mean?
Like for if you were like having the party, right? And you got the name.
Yeah. Oh, I will write into this book to the day I die.
No, and that's fine. But you never go to refer to it. You just like
I may over time
out of
just
curiosity.
to look. Oh, what a curiosity! What did this person give me for X party?
But then my question is, if you're going from that
But
point
I'm
on,
not measuring.
then there's no. But then my thing too
Because
is
it's
there was
also
no point.
curious to look at.
I think I got the question.
Mm.
Are Italians dramatic or passionate?
both. That's what they said. We're very passionate people.
Well, he's
Which
thinking
goes
hard.
Can
along.
I give a percentage? I want to give percentages. I like that. That's a good one. I think the dramatic part is 70%.
No, I think of passionate. I think it's 100%. We love hard. We get angry hard. Like we're passionate about
eat
when
hard,
we get happy.
But you
we
also,
do.
but you also,
When you're happy, when you're sad,
Right.
it comes from the heart.
and now you're talking about all good things.
So it all ties together.
No.
No, in anger too. Like in
But there's the drama behind the anger. There's the spitefulness. There's the get back. That's what I'm
it's
trying
everything.
to say.
It's the storytelling. It's the illness that you have. You're dying. It's the I'm not screaming. I'm passionate. It's.
But
just,
to me, that's the open stage for drama. That is the poor me. I can't believe this is happening to me. That's all. It's all drama. So for me, I'm not saying it's all. I say, like I said, I'm doing percentages here. I think there is passion in it. 100%. I think all the good parts are the passion parts. That's 30%. I think the dramas, the stage setting, the making sure that people are listening and watching me is the 70. Again, older generation, I couldn't care less about that shit now. That's my point. It's the fact that, yes, it is both. From the older generation, it was definitely 30% passion of actual goodness, love, compassion, caring. It's there on any situation. Then I think there's a 70% who's watching me right now. I want to show them how much I care. I want to show others, not the person receiving. I want to show them that I care. And then here comes, family member, stage right. Look at what she's doing. Oh my God. She loves that. Cry. Intimate. No.
give her an Oscar.
That's what it is. And I've seen it and dealt it. It's just how it is.
Here's another one for you.
Go ahead.
Is it also picky or cultured?
What?
Being dramatic or being the way we are.
Okay.
Right?
For me, that's an actually simple question. Depends on how mature you are. If you're mature, then you can decipher that and not be that way. So I think it would be picky if you're going to end up doing that. Because if it's a culture thing, you recognize that, and that's up to you whether you want to be that way or not. I'm not that way. That's my culture, but I chose not to be that way.
I don't feel that I'm dramatic. I mean, things bother me, and
Yeah.
I do get passionate about things.
Sure.
I vent about it at home,
Sure.
right?
All right, I have
But
something.
that's where it ends.
You have an example?
No, I'll ask you this.
Enza did this.
Hey, we're here.
This is for all three of us.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one of yourself, if it's dramatic, jealous, or picky, which of the one would
When you
choose?
say picky, can you define picky a little bit more?
Picky.
Like if I
So
choose,
which one defines us?
Yeah.
picky
like
meaning
personal, like your personal style.
okay. So it's dramatic,
jealousy,
jealousy,
or picky.
or I could pick between the two.
No, picky. Like me, I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think I'm dramatic.
No.
I'm definitely not a jealous type, but I might be picky.
On what the situation calls for.
Yeah, maybe picky because I could be stubborn, or picky. I
Whatever
from how I eat to how I dress.
whatever the situation calls for that way of being, that's how you are.
Right.
And I feel like I'm the same way.
What
When
would
I'm
you-
angry, as you and everyone out there fucking sees, I don't care, and I push it out because that's my venting. When I love something a lot, so I am picky. I'm not just dramatic on everything.
I mean, I guess I would fall into picky. I'm not dramatic where I would let the world know. Like, you mean dramatic, like let the world know how you feel?
Like you have to be
Like,
loud. You have to be known.
I'm
you have
loud.
to-
I'm a loud person.
Yeah, but
but
that's-
at
that's
home, I'm a loud person.
wrong kind of loud.
I'm not allowed where I got to let the world know.
Like, you're not on Facebook. I stubbed my toe today. This is bullshit. You know, like
Listen,
that.
I don't put anything on social media. I mean, I'm so much on cooking.
Right.
I never put my personal life on
Correct.
social media. I almost died last summer with my kids. I never even told the world.
Right.
I'm not dramatic like that.
Yeah.
Maybe picky. Maybe things
Well,
get
that,
to me.
that goes to a point where people just love a show.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Why give people that satisfaction? Because then you have the people that aren't happy for you or prey on those things that get to you or that bad things happen to you. Like they feed off of that.
Yeah.
I guess is a better word.
Because everyone lives off of drama. Because that's why shows like
So they're
Keeping Up with the
dramatic, not me.
Kardashians and all those shows, they do well because it's not positive reality, it's shit reality, but everybody likes the shit reality because it's not happening to them. It is entertainment. Stage right, here comes me acting the way I act.
I mean, I may be getting off topic, but I
that's fine.
hate that. When you got to
What?
put your personal life
Laundry.
out there.
Yeah, your dirty
Why?
laundry.
Granted, we all have medical conditions. We all have issues. We all have arguments.
I'm
we
fucking
all
perfect. I don't know what she's talking about.
What? You're perfect.
Hey, Ford.
I got surprised when I got my man, but I just mean it. Like, why share it? Does the world care? That's the best way to put it. Does the world care?
I can honestly,
People are
I
gonna
love how,
say,
like,
"Oh,
listen.
Enza, what happened to you? You almost died." But
Okay.
what happened? What happened? After I tell you what happened,
Okay.
am I gonna get anything out of you?
Are you ready for
no,
this?
you're not gonna care.
I love I can answer these questions confidently, and I would love if people fought me on it.
When you
Can I tell
went
you
to
this?
school to pick your line of work, why didn't you go for therapist?
I went for therapy, lawyer, and all that other stuff because I said as a recipient of therapy, I thought I could do it.
I see you as a therapist. You fit good in that chair.
I can tell you.
It suits you.
Let me answer you. I can answer that question. Are you ready
Okay.
for that one? Those who air their laundry, who say all the shit that they want to say online, you as an example, even though I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You said you almost died last summer, right? You could have put that online. If you were that type of person, what would have been the response? Oh my God, what happened? Are you okay? It's investigative on one side.
all the people.
Hold on.
No, all the people that would have reached out
Yes.
were the ones I don't talk to on a normal basis.
Okay, but also there's a flip coin on this. It's not just
I gotta
about
give you
them.
entertainment.
No, it's not about that only. It's remember, any information shared, there's two benefits to it. There's information that the people want to know, which becomes investigative. That's on their side. You know that there's a side on your side too, right? I want people to care. I want people to
You want
reach out.
sympathy.
Sympathy. I want to.
need your
No,
sympathy.
which is why you don't say the stuff online because you don't give a damn.
I don't need your sympathy.
Okay.
If I don't talk to you on a normal basis,
You wouldn't know.
weekly, daily, once every 2 weeks, then why would I care to tell you?
Have you
Does
ever-
it matter to you? You're
Hold
not
on.
going to lose sleep.
Hold on. Have you ever come across this? And I want to know because this is a very big Facebook thing or MySpace because we're old as shit. When have you seen a post and somebody posts, had a really bad day. I can't believe this happened. This really sucks. Whatever it is, I can't like goodbye or whatever, right?
Goodbye. You're killing
Whatever,
yourself?
whatever they may say.
You're going to end your life?
Then
I think I was about to say
You say
that.
goodbye.
hold on. Then you start saying, well, what the fuck happened? Maybe I don't
That's
have to.
normal nature.
No.
That's-
Just let me finish. Let me finish it. Then you say, I don't want to ask what happened. Let me read the comments, right? So you go to maybe because I don't want to put pressure on the person. And what do the comments say? Hey, people go, the investigative part, what happened? And then what do they say in response? I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's stupid.
Because they just want to get the reaction.
Don't post it.
Exactly, because people are sick. So the whole point I'm trying to say is if you don't want to air out your laundry, but you do it anyway because you're looking for compassion, you're looking for sympathy, you get it in that little way of people asking, is everything
know
okay?
where you get your compassion, your sympathy, your love, your caring from?
My wife gives me mine.
The people that are in your house. That's who you get it
I
from.
understand that. But there are people who don't have people in their house.
Like
they're
you
looking for the
said.
attention. They're looking for attention.
Like you said that post, but then they don't specify
Yes,
what happened.
correct.
I would, okay, granted, yes, I would start looking through the comments. What the hell happened
Right.
to this person?
And then when they say...
But then if I'm not finding what happened, I'd be like, I hope everything is okay. That's what my response would be.
And you gave them exactly what they wanted.
I care. I'm here for you, but
you gave them exactly what they were looking for.
What am I gonna do?
They posted something. They didn't explain what the issue was, but you gave your sympathies anyway. And they feel now
because
just
I'm a nice
smidge-
person.
Yeah, I know, and that's your
Well,
fault.
I think another big issue with us Italians is that we always, or for the most part, take things always personal.
Everything.
That I think I do. Don't I do that?
Yeah.
I do.
And I know,
Yeah.
and I know, specifically, I get under your skin sometimes because, yeah, it bothers me. But you don't like my words. He's dumb. Don't worry.
You know
about
what it is? I could tell you about that. That's a little different. That's I'm a golden rule child. I grew up on that, and that's a mistake. You know what the golden rules are, right? Treat others how you want to be treated.
That would be the right way to do it.
It's actually wrong. I've learned over the years it's actually wrong. Because here's the problem. When you do that, you become a ball of anger like I am.
Wait a second. You're saying treat people the way you want to be treated
Absolutely.
or the way they treat you?
No. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That is the golden rule.
If they disrespect you, you should still do the right thing.
No, if they disrespect you, they shouldn't have disrespected you because you never showed them that you disrespected them. Basically, I'm the first action in that line of sequences.
Right, but you don't give it back to them.
No. So hold on. Let me do the work. Let me work out the sequence. The sequence goes, I treat you nice. You then treat me like shit. I get pissed at you because I didn't do that to you. So now we have a problem. And that's where all these issues start from because I made the measuring stick of myself.
Yeah, but will you
to
go and
you.
tell them? Or
Oh, you'll know in silence. You'll know in silence and distance and all that other stuff. And that's how you lose people because the mistake here is you can't use yourself as a measuring stick. Everybody is different. You could treat people with white gloves, golden kisses, and you did nothing wrong and still end up getting treated with, as they call, come bene. And now it depends on the type of person. The golden rule way of living has literally destroyed me because of the fact that I have expectations, unrealistic ones. I now realize they are unrealistic. Unrealistic expectations of how I want other people to treat me. And when they don't treat me that way, you get the anger.
silent anger.
Some of it's silent, some of it is in your face, some of it, not literally in your face,
See,
but
I agree with you, but then I think not because
Go ahead.
I was raised the same way.
Right.
I always held everything inside.
Yes.
Maybe because I'm an only child, I always held my feelings inside and always treated everybody with respect. Now as an adult, when I see that you don't treat me the same way, screw you.
do you know why?
I'm not looking for you no more.
I can tell you exactly
Maybe
why.
I may not tell you off because now I'm not going to see whatever. I'm not going to look for
Do
you
you know
no
why?
more.
Do you know why it doesn't bother you anymore? I could 100% answer that.
Because I've changed as a person.
Why and how did you change?
Because I grew up.
How? What
Because
happened?
you learn in life
What
how
happened-
people
what happened in
are
your life?
dramatic and nasty and jealous.
What has happened in your life that made you change? You had kids.
That's right.
You have new priorities.
married,
You
you
have
have
this
a life.
schmuck. You got
100%.
all these things going. Fuck you.
I made her better.
Yeah, indirectly. Fuck you. Listen, the whole point is you grew up emotionally and mentally. When you feel stunted, like there are times where I feel stunted that I can't go past a certain place because I'm stuck in a certain
I don't
mental
think
space.
Stunted is a word.
No, stunted is a word. When you stunted
Stunted?
growth, yes, that's like a pause in your growth.
All right.
With that
I
being
give it to
said,
you.
that's when people say I can give the example, I need to work on myself. How is that? I need to let shit go. I'm a very grudge holding person. I need to let go of that. I need to forgive people. I need to understand that people come from different situations. Different things happen. I have to accept that. For the most part, I mainly do. But again, that golden rule of thinking, because you then blossomed, may I add, into something else. Into something else that you have other new, more important priorities. You don't need it anymore. My golden rule way of thinking stuck with me because I always said, well, if I do give you respect in a way that I would want it back, why are you treating me like I didn't do it to you? Why'd you do it to me? And then I become resentful. You become a hateful person. And then you don't want to hear anything. And I shut people out hard. Where I don't have to say it. You fucking feel it, even through the phone. I don't want to be that way.
Right.
But you gotta.
They made you that way.
Thank
Don't you feel like you grew up and you've changed as a person?
I definitely have. Like, I noticed. I mean, look, I didn't have I'll say a great childhood. You know, losing my father young.
Yeah.
And the stuff that I went through with the families.
And that's another thing. You saw who's there for you in life.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people may say, "Oh, how does he not care?" Or "How much? Why is he such an asshole?"
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I grew up so cold, you know, with certain things that I really don't care. Right. You know, but it's hard to say it.
I don't think you grew up cold. I think you had to grow up fast. There's a difference. You had to grow up and mature faster because of your environment, because of the people who were and were not in your life. You had to do steps mentally to grow up to be in a better place for your own fucking sanity.
It's so easy for me,
of course,
to walk away.
Because why?
But I had to say it's probably easy for me with specific people. Like, I would never be able to do that to my wife or to my kids.
Right.
But if there's like family drama or there's an argument, even with friends or something, I don't even care.
Because let's use that as an example. There's no mention of situations. Family had walked out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You have no problem now walking away from family. I'm just going to put in quotations because we're not being specific. You can't because you went through it already. Friends come and go. You realize that growing up. You could be best friends with somebody. A situation may happen. They are no longer there.
See you later.
See you later. So you grew up, you already went through that track of, I had family, they're gone. I had friends, they're gone.
But that's a problem for others because they...
How so?
Because they'll say I'm a dick, but you don't know me. Because it's so easy. Like, you know, I had a thing with a friend not too long ago.
Sure.
I don't care. I sleep at night. I know some people probably won't.
I don't see that being your issue.
But yeah, it's part of growing up. It's part of learning.
It's what it is. Life is nothing but experiences. It's what you learn from them. The problem is when you go through them and you don't learn from them is where it's a fucking problem. That means that you have not analyzed and made self-awareness like changes to say, I'm not doing this again. I can't go through that again. That's why you could walk away from certain people, friends or family, doesn't matter. Because you already had to get it done. It was basically done to you. You learned from the masters.
Sometimes it's easier to walk away from family than friends.
Tell me about it.
And that might sound harsh.
It's not. Do you know how many people I know have friends that are better as family than their own family members? And that's the sad part. That's the part that hurts. We're not even blood, but we see eye to eye and are tight, closer than we probably should be.
I'll always be there for you, bro. Don't worry.
Fuck you.
He just wants to make sure he's always there with us. That's what it is.
Well, you know, I'm just saying, food's good around here. So anyway.
So I didn't know my topics were going to set you guys off like that. That was pretty cool.
But these are things, but see, Frank, this is the thing. These are the things that always go through my head. I'm always in this mode. I'm always thinking and self-aware and...
Okay, but are you always on guard or just in a thinking mode?
Okay.
Because that's
I'm not on guard.
No.
I'm not.
No. Well, it's good to be a little on guard because
I know.
you don't want to be some sucker walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking these things. But as far
There
as...
are some people that the second you say B, they're already down your throat.
Because here's the other thing. I think a lot of it is, I know self-awareness. I keep saying it, but it's actually very important because when you're self-aware, you're also aware of your surroundings and the people in them. You ever walk in the room and you already, I don't know if you guys,
You feel the vibe.
it can ruin you.
Yeah.
Because the minute you start going into practice with that, and it's like, well, you're already prejudging. You're right. I am prejudging. That's why when you get to know people, you break those prejudgments. I don't know this person. This is what I'm feeling. But let me talk with them. I'm still going to give them a chance, which is what you're talking about, the guarding, right? Have your guard up, but don't be cold. Talk with them.
No, right. Like if you know there's certain people that's
Absolutely.
how they are. No, that's different.
There are people who have nasty faces. I swear to God.
Yes.
I love
Oh,
them.
100%.
I love them because they are probably one of the nicest people you ever met. But it's just how they are. That's how they. It's all about like vibes. It's being an empath. It's about feeling out. I feel other people's feelings more than I want to feel my own. So I'm saying I'm a fucking voodoo person, but I'm just saying.
For me, it's approach.
Yeah, for you, it's like book,
And
like
honestly,
the book, the cover.
and honestly, you have one shot. That's a bad thing about me.
Yeah.
Like if someone introduced me to somebody, and the approach is not my style, it's dead for me forever. Like I won't.
So you won't even like say, you know what, they might have came off weird the first shot. Let me try it
done.
again. That is something you need to work on.
Yeah.
That is definitely something.
It's just a turn off in me
Sure.
that just I don't need
No,
that.
and listen, I understand because it all goes down to experience. I'm pretty sure you've been like, I've been down this road before with somebody like this. I'm good. Guaranteed that's what it is. It only took a couple of times for somebody to really understand that, like, oh, that's how you're gonna start off. I know you. It's like you already know where the map
kind
is
of
heading.
person they are.
And while you might be right, literally 90% of the time, there's still that 10%, Frank, that you actually might not be. You gotta let people back to give an opportunity. Now, don't get me wrong. I also go on fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, go fuck yourself. I'm on that too. So you should give people
See,
a
for
second
me, you're
chance.
lucky if I go to twice. Like
But you should. You should let people. But that's what I'm telling you. You're guarded. That's clear. You are guarded.
He says he's guarded, but I think you are. Like you do. You would still talk to.
Look,
if this person comes up to you to talk to you, you would still talk to them. You just know what kind of person they are.
No, but he knows how close he can get to that person. Is what I'm
Okay, you're
saying.
not gonna call them up.
Right.
Or, hey, you want to hang
Correct.
out?
Correct.
I'll play the game.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'll play a good
yeah.
game. I'm not dumb. You know.
No one's
People might
saying
think
you
I'm
should.
dumb. I'm not dumb.
No, it's not that. I think that you should leave yourself a little bit.
But then you've seen the side of me that it's hard to get to.
Yeah.
And once I'm there, it's hard to get me out of it. The Sicilian comes out.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter almost saw it at the airport. You know, but that's another bad thing about me. You know, and I feel like that lives a lot in Sicilian people.
You have a short fuse.
My father was the same way. It's like if you're in a happy mood, but it's so hard to get me to this point.
Yeah.
But if I got to that point,
Yeah.
I'm not losing. Like that's how my mentality gets.
Yeah.
I might get knocked out. Who knows? But in my mind, I'm coming for it.
Because why? Because when you feel strongly that you are in the right, why would you back down?
Right.
That's
No, I
where
agree
that's
with
where
that.
it comes from.
But that's maybe a bad thing about it. I stop thinking,
And you just
and
are,
I'm just coming for you.
you're reacting.
Yeah,
You're
that-
just all reaction.
and I can't control it. Once I'm there, I'm going for it.
you gotta back up a little bit and be like, all right, let me think.
I think
about
Marcus,
this.
you never seen me, but he saw
Oh,
me once.
I've seen him. Where I'm like, Frank, I think we should go home. And he's like, no, fuck. I'm like, no, Frank, let's get in the car. but listen, but that's again with that whole passion thing that we're talking about.
That's my passion.
I understand it, and then when I go off, right? Do I exaggerate a little bit? Yeah, of course I do. But it's a valve release for me. I don't want an ulcer and name it, Charlie. Like I don't want that all my life. So I have to like get it out. As ridiculous as it sounds, I know it's stupid. When I go off, right? We all go off. I'm sorry. But Enza, I'm sure you did too. We're not going to name them. But I'm sure you did too. We all do. We're fucking human. We're human. We're allowed
All of us,
to.
things get to us.
And even if that means you sit there and you cry, or if that means that you get up and you fucking yell at this guy, or you yell at whoever, or you. It doesn't matter. It has to come out. You can't hold it in. That's where it has to come out. You can't just keep that shit in, dude. And that's what I'm saying. But choose your battles. Choose when. Be smart about it. I know it's all emotion. How are you going to be smart about something that's emotional? Very right. It's not easy. But that's when they say, yo, take a step back. Just fucking breathe. Really think it out before you say the next
Sleep on
thing.
it. Think about it.
Not even no, that's giving you way too much time. Just give it 5 minutes. Give it 10. Just before you react. Because remember, every reactions are not always good. Don't always react. Definitely think before you speak. Think before you do something. When you react is when you have regret.
Depends.
If it's warranted.
Depends. Sometimes you got to react before you think.
No, I understand that. But if you take 2 seconds at least to say, oh no, I'm going to react to it, then you accept whatever consequences that come with it, because everything's about consequences, good or bad. I've learned that. With good actions comes consequences, and with bad actions comes consequences. It's all about what you're willing to live with. If you're able to live with the consequences out of your reactions, sango mio, have fun. That's all I can tell you.
So here's a positive thing about Italians.
Oh, we got those?
We got it. So we've been a little bit on the dramatic side.
Sure.
So again, sorry about bullshit. I feel like when it comes to showing love, we overdo it. We make it known, that we're taking care of you. Sometimes we even go by, as much as we don't realize it, we'll spoil it.
Yeah.
And I know I do it for mine.
Sure. As
So
you should.
That aspect of it, I love it. It's like when you call your mother, even if she doesn't say the words "I love you," it's saying, "Hey, are you okay?" Or just being worried. There's a lot of things that we do, body language, different tones. You just know that that's always there.
Remember something. There's always extremes. You're talking about extreme love, which is great because it's, again, passion, all the stuff, all the good stuff. But you have the other side when you don't get that. When
I was just thinking
you crash
the same
hard.
Thing. It's good and it's bad
It's bad.
because you love
had
hard.
both.
You give that passionate. You give that phone call every day. Hey, what are you doing? All right, but are you getting it back? And when you don't get it back, well, why ain't he doing it? Or what was that? Why isn't he doing it? And that's when now you get mad.
That's why a lot of, and again, I think there's a correlation here between self-deprecating when you feel bad about yourself because you feel like you did something wrong or you're not being understood or whatever. That's the other extreme where you go from love and loving, like loving others, to now self-loathing, because when you don't receive that back, you feel it. It's extremes and it's dangerous because when you're at your low, it's great being up, but when you're at your low, you hit a level where you don't want to be at because it's like, is it me? What's wrong with me? What did I do? Why doesn't anybody see me this way? It goes down a whole level of self-deprecating.
I think you need a hug. You want a hug?
I'm owed. I'm just saying. And it doesn't just mean somebody who you're dating, your wife or whatever. It's also familial. It's about family. If you don't give that love to your family and you don't get that back, that hits harder than anything else because it's like, I thought we were supposed to be a unit. I thought we were supposed to love each other no matter what, but I don't feel it.
But do you think sometimes that's called tough love?
I think tough love has a limit. I think tough love is tough love until it becomes...
Because I know sometimes there's those old school guys out there.
Absolutely.
And I think my dad was one of them.
Yeah, I can guarantee you he was, dude. I can guarantee it.
It's because maybe they may not know what school you go to, right? Because they were busy working. That mentality,
Yeah.
But it's that tough love at the same time when you think about it. Everything our parents did, it's for us.
Can I tell you what tough love to me? Because I'm not gonna say it's official.
Everybody is different.
Do you know what tough love to me is? That's the line right before
a hot spoon on your neck.
No, No, I'm
Tough
talking
love
technical.
is when you got to learn on your own. I'm here for
Right.
you, but you're making them learn on their own.
Which
Like, move out of the house.
Right.
Go be independent. Try to find a career
And
for
I think
yourself
you should.
and pay for a roof over your head.
and I think you should.
That's tough love.
But also that also gives the recipient of that the feeling of isolation.
That they don't care or they're not there for me.
Because you can't explain tough love. If you're doing it, you can't explain it to the one you're doing
I
it to.
don't think you're gonna notice the tough love.
Oh, you notice it, dude.
I think you notice it when you're older, but to an extent.
Because then at that point, tough love, where is the line between, and I don't want to sound
When
like
does
I'm
it
like a
stop?
soft, no, I don't
but-
want to sound soft.
Do you mean tough love by not hearing it? Like, okay, my dad, I never grew up hearing I love you. Never did.
Same.
All right? My father worked all day long.
But
Came home
but-
at
but
9 p.m.
If you
That's
call
not tough
him,
love.
he's there for you, right?
Yeah, but that's not tough
But
love.
that's mentality.
He's being
That's
a
what I'm
father
saying.
and he's taking care of his family. Granted, he didn't grow up in an environment, I love you, I love you, I love you. So I never heard it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was always working for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
He
mean?
tells my grandkids he loves
But
them.
you know what it is?
They hear it.
So
I don't hear it.
I used to say something that I think as I got older, it kind of made more sense. I think there is a distinction between two words, a father and a dad. Yes. A father has responsibilities. A father is somebody who does what he's supposed to do because he has a family. A dad,
Just made you.
no. I think the dad portion,
He just planted the seed and ran.
no.
It's
You
like
guys,
saying,
you guys are
that
going in,
night I came
no,
with my
you're
my
going
mom.
in an opposite direction than I'm going in. Like you have friend and then you have best friend, right? I think you have father who is responsible, does this, does that, tough love. Then you have dad who's like almost like your friend, but you can like talk to your father. You can talk to your like you're talking to somebody and really, and they know you, like you have a good fucking bond relationship with them. You respect them. They respect you up to a certain point because it's still a father-son or father-daughter relationship. That's why I always said there's father who does the responsible thing, and that's it. Then you have a dad who's there for you, who's understands, who works with you on problems, who wants to be there for you, who does once in a while, at least, gives you a fucking hug or I love you or whatever. That's how I look at it. There is a difference. And it's important because it's good to have a father and you know who he is and you know what he's done. But if you don't have a dad, what kind of relationship are you going to build? Now, you have to learn from those mistakes. And when you become a father yourself, you can become a dad.
See, for me, I'll say I was 13 when I lost my father.
Right.
I'm trying to give my kids
What you didn't have.
what I didn't have.
Exactly. You learned through that.
You know?
You're building something that you didn't have. Because remember, how the generations are supposed to go is give what I didn't have and build from that. That's how you build up. When you have somebody who only does to you what was done to them, there's no growth. You're repeating a generational curse. That's all you're doing. You're ruining the
Do
next
you think
version.
that's what it is, or it's just that generation just grew up weird?
They didn't grow up weird. They grew up cold. They had nothing. It was
cold.
survival.
In survival.
Survival.
But some are worse than others.
Oh, it's all about extremes.
Mentality-wise.
It's all
No,
about
I agree
extremes.
with that. There's all different
100%.
mentalities.
Listen,
Like I know people who are tough, but at the same time they're reasonable. But then I know the same people,
Right.
maybe the same era, and they're just jerk offs. Like there's just so many different personalities, I guess.
absolute, and it's personality again, environment. What have you learned? What it was done to them that they said, "I will never do that to my own," or what would say, "I remember my father did something and it worked." You know what? I'm gonna keep that going. It's cherry picking, right? Or it's subconscious. You don't even know what you're doing until you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's you there is no plan. How many times have you heard, being a parent, there's no manual for this. You're going off the seat of your pants. But you try to make the good decisions as much as you can.
Absolutely.
There's no such thing as the right and wrong way. There's my way and the best I can
And there's
do.
right and wrong to different people. So what's right for me
absolutely.
could be wrong. Like maybe you feel like tough love is the right way because now you're not spoiling them.
Right.
You're teaching them to be an adult. Like maybe, like I do feel like I spoil my kids too
Right.
much sometimes. But what are you gonna do?
Because like I was trying to say,
But
there's
sometimes tough love is good too.
no tough love
Learn
is good
for
too.
yourself.
Now, where is the line? And I don't want to say abuse because it's not. But where is the line between tough love and abuse? Because at the end of the day, someone might interpret it as both. It's about your extremes. You know what I'm saying? When I used to go out, right? Parents never called me. Hey, what are you doing? I remember G getting phone calls from your mom. Where are you?
My mother used to wait up for me till I got
It
home.
was insane. Bro, it's 3 a.m. and I see your mom on the couch like that.
Well,
But she cared. She gave a shit. Not saying that like mine didn't, but I'm just saying they knew I was responsible and they trusted me. And it was a lot of stuff that came with that as well. It's not just, oh, they don't care. They didn't stay up. They didn't call. But they didn't really call. They didn't check up. They didn't do whatever because...
But I think this goes to something that me and her spoke about. I want you to talk about it.
Sure.
The difference of growing up as a boy or a girl.
Oh well,
Because that kind of goes to what you were saying.
we were just talking about how different, like growing up in an Italian family,
As a son,
boys
or
and
daughter.
girls are raised differently.
100%.
You know, like it's so crazy how different. Like I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. Even though we knew each other in high school and we started dating, whatever, at high school, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. But yet, were you allowed to do things? If you wanted to go out with your friends, okay, go, whatever. Not me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I was one where I broke the ice, I'll say.
You were the
We
first.
spoke
You were the
about that
first.
before,
You were the
right?
first. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then years
But
later, now your brother was able to do anything.
Yeah.
Went on vacations here and there.
Yeah, by the time my
if
brothers...
I freaking mentioned I wanted to walk to the corner, I wouldn't be able to go. For what? Unless you were sending me to the corner to go do something, to get something. But that was it. You know, it's different. It's different for boys and girls. It really is.
Like, do you think, like, if I raised my daughter the same way, like she did what she... You think it'll work today or make things worse?
I
think it'll make it worse.
Do you want my honest opinion on that? I think they would resent you, probably. I think they love you.
Because today, you know, every little thing, I'm going to call cops on you.
No. Fuck the cop thing. 'Cause you're not like beating the shit out of them.
But
I'm just saying
everything
in
just
general, like,
super...
yes.
Like, I feel like we used to respect our parents.
it's, yeah.
I feel like not my kids. My kids, I'm not because
No.
they're mine.
Hold on.
But there's a lot of kids they don't respect.
Wait. I'm glad you said that. Please put a pin in this because I want to get back to it. But I need to ask you a question about this because it was something that I used to even talk to your brother about even back when we were like 15, 16. You said respect your parents. When does it become respect or fear? Seriously, think about that. That is a very big question.
Well, you lived in a mafia. That was different.
We're not allowed to talk about it. Respect or fear, because they want to be respected, but to get the respect, they thought you needed to fear them. But then fear, unfortunately, being fearful of them for so long turns into something else. It turns into hate. My man got it. Now, let me ask you, did you, honestly, respect or fear them?
I don't know. I didn't get to enjoy my dad much.
Enough, because at 13, what can you retain?
I think for me in particular, because I lost that,
Yeah.
my mom went into like survival mode.
Yes.
So I never saw her because she worked, but then my mom spoiled the shit out of us. Right? She bought us cars.
Making up for
she did
whatever.
things
you
a lot
did.
of-
Yes,
Compensating.
compensating,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So I didn't get to experience that,
Sure.
but I feel like if it probably would have been fear, because again, that old school mentality is like the same.
Yeah, okay, so I was scared of my dad. All he had to do was look at me a certain way, and I already knew I was in trouble for whatever reason. I never hated my parents.
Right.
It never turned to hate. I knew, okay, yeah, they don't want anything to happen to me.
Correct.
They care. They love me.
Mhm.
Ba, ba, ba. I knew it was all for good
And
reasons.
being in that kind, like that way of, like, have you, just that, this is me being pure curious. you ever like, not to say fight, I don't mean fight. Did you ever like bring up, why can't I go out? Like, did you ever have those arguments? Or did you just take it at face
I
value?
can answer that. There was no conversation on that. It's just the way it was.
So there was no, that's what I'm saying. So there was no conversation.
But like, in what way?
Mom, I
like,
wanna-
we want to go on
Simple.
vacation
No,
together,
no, no.
which that was never a thought in my
Let's
mind.
just say high school. Let's just say high school.
But if
Mom,
I wanted to go somewhere,
yeah,
let's
hang
just
out.
say,
Just hanging out.
We hung out sometimes like that. I mean, we went out on dates and movies.
No, no, but they know you were together.
I don't
She was
wanna
home at 10
say
o'clock.
He was my outlet. I don't want to say that.
No.
But
I was her outlet.
we would go
Chauffeur. You
throw the thing day stuff.
can do whatever you want.
But if I wanted to go, like, I loved going to the city back then, right or wrong. He was my person. Frank, we gotta go here. Frank, we gotta go do this.
Right.
Frank, I want to go to the city for
See a
this
show
XYZ
or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
You gotta admit though, we
But if
experienced
I
that.
never met him and I didn't have a
She
boyfriend
would've been a
until I
nun.
was big, I probably would have been
But
more
that's
than
what I'm
I
saying.
am
So
now.
there was never a conversation. Mom, my friends are getting together. They're going to this place. I want to go. Can I go? Was that ever a thing? Or because you
I
knew the
did.
answer, you didn't bother?
It depends what it was.
Okay.
But then, high school, we were already together. So if I wanted to do something, we were doing it together. We were going out to go do this place or whatever it was. So I wasn't arguing to go hang out with my friend. We were going out to do whatever together.
That's fine.
She was all mine.
What?
You were all mine.
But that's what I'm saying. Because you went to high school. I'm sure you had friends.
No, but
I'm sure you had all this stuff.
even me.
Yeah.
Ask me how many friends' houses I slept over
Oh, none. How many times did I sleep over your house?
every day.
Every weekend.
You
I was
woke me up
there.
every Sunday with cakes and bacon and.
And thank your mother for that one.
But that's also because he was the first one.
That is true. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But if you said, hey, Ma, I want to go hang out at this friend's house, so I want to go here, your mom would not tell you no. Maybe she would give you an earful. Make sure you don't do this. Make sure you don't do that.
right.
Like
Okay,
all Italian parents. But she would let you go.
Those were sayings that my grandma used to always tell me when I went out.
Yeah.
I'll get back to.
Yeah. No, I accuse it. What the fuck?
But you would be allowed to go.
I'll be allowed to go.
Okay,
but
end of story.
Do
He
you
would be
know how
allowed to
many
go.
phone calls I got starting
Okay,
at 9
that's
o'clock?
fine.
No, and
When
that's,
did I got by
but the point is
Whatever.
you're out still.
I could not go. I couldn't go. He could go.
And you took it in a really good way because the fact that you weren't resentful about it. See, that's
No,
what I'm saying.
not at all.
But you could have been. I'm just saying.
Why?
You could
Because
have been
they
resentful. about
wanted
it.
me to be miserable? No, not at
Because
all.
maybe you felt trapped.
Oh Jesus! I've heard stories that
No,
certain
I have heard stories
people-
too. Like girls like talking and then they were only allowed to talk on speaker. So that way the parents could hear the conversation.
I'm
Like
telling
I
you,
never
there's stories
had
out there,
that.
bro.
And I put money that person, that daughter, is no longer in speaking terms with their family.
She's a stripper now.
well, you got to get love from somewhere.
That's another.
That's not true, people.
Listen, I'm just saying.
But-
But you understand where I'm coming from with this? That it can form in this type of
Maybe
resentment.
if I didn't have him,
Right.
and then maybe I had no, like, and I always kept hearing no, like if I wanted to
Like
go
he
out
said,
with
you
this
would be a
friend or
freaking
that
nun.
friend.
Yeah, you would be a nun.
Me, I can't speak for what didn't happen. I don't
Obviously,
know.
no one can. I'm just saying.
But but then you broke the ice for your brother, where he
Yeah.
got less of that.
Their girlfriend slept over, or they went on
How many
vacations.
times I sleep over your house?
None. No. Shut up.
It was
You
great.
have any girlfriends sleep over?
Nah, yeah, maybe
tell me.
like 3 of them. But anyway, no. But going back to that, so that's what I'm saying. There's respect, and then there's fear, and it's not good when you have to tote the line to figure out: do I actually hate this person because of how fearful I am of them? It's not fair. You shouldn't feel like that with your fucking family member,
No, I agree.
mother
You
or
shouldn't.
father. It doesn't matter.
But that's like far beyond, like an old school mentality to
Understood.
like
So
treat your kids like
in
that.
your own in my own heart, there's only a level of forgiveness that I'm willing to give, because when you grew up like a Neanderthal, not because that was a choice, it's because that's what it was. It was survival. I can forgive all that to a point, Then after that, I have to say, that was on you. You're no one's puppet. You are an intelligent person. At least I think so. And you make decisions. And if this is a lack of empathy that you have for your own children, if this is a lack of self-awareness for yourself and your surroundings, I don't forgive you, because you're supposed to know. You're supposed to be better. Yes, what you have done was already better than what you received. I commend you for that. Thank you. Truly, I do. It's not even sarcasm. But you fell short.
I think it goes down to the person too.
It does.
It
Definitely.
does. Because my dad grew up with very hard times.
Listen, I think all our
and
families did.
he was a great father. My grandfather's hard times had nothing. I never saw them treat anybody in the family that way.
Right.
No.
So your grandfather
No.
was always, and actually he was stepped up as a dad,
Yeah.
right? So
Here's the
think it's-
last topic I got before
There's
we
more?
close this out. I like how this one kind of rolled in. I got a little sensitive. Another way I'll say Italians show love is through food.
oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Because I see when people in the kitchen and the pride they take. And I think sometimes, depending on the person, they'll enjoy. I know you're one of them. Like, Marcus will enjoy more watching you enjoy his cooking.
Oh, 100%, because
Then
now
him-
you're enjoying what I did for you. True story. And you have a lot of people come in and out of our house now.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, right? How many people coming in and out of here? Sometimes they make things for people. Sometimes they don't, whatever. So there was a person, I went out of my way and they made something. They did not have any. And I made it for this person that came here. And you know what I'm saying? So that person kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Like,
Enza has a third
Really?
book. She has a third book.
I know.
Who I
Won't
cook and
eat-
don't eat my shit.
won't eat my food. But that left a bad taste
Taste
in my
mouth,
like,
yes.
really?
Yep.
So now, if that person never comes around again, or I would never go out of my way anymore.
you.
Not
I'm making you toast next time you come by.
Toast.
even a cup of coffee.
Toast. What toast? Toast requires cooking.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not going to defend the person. I don't even remember what you're talking about anyway. But I'm like that too. Like, when I go somewhere and I don't know, I'm not hungry. You know how I am. You know, like, I could be also, like, we went to that podcast together, right? They had desserts. They had all this stuff. They wanted, all I wanted was a bottle of water. Does that make sense?
It depends
It's
on the
because what you're comfortable with,
situation.
what you know you like, what you're. It's about comfortability. For you, that's more about comfortability.
That's different, because that's like, you're buying pastries, whatever, here, have something.
Right.
But here I specifically made it for you because you were coming. You understand? You're eating over my house for dinner. I'm specifically making things because you're here. I'm making a bigger dinner because you're coming over. And then you come and you don't even want to have anything?
Yeah.
That's
Why
kind
can't
of-
I don't remember who the hell this is.
Me neither.
That's how many people come through here.
Who was it?
I'll give you a hint. They're on your wall. No.
Fuck,
But
now you
let's
got me
go
looking
back.
and shit.
Graziato. I know. No.
It was Sal. Let's be honest. No, I'm joking.
You motherfucker.
But that's what it is.
Sal,
When-
she's joking. She's joking.
When you cook for somebody, you put love in the food.
Absolutely.
You do. You're putting time.
So
you're
you're
putting
saying
effort.
if I go somewhere and someone offers you something, you should at least take a piece.
Yes.
At least.
You should.
Even if I was shit my pants, take a piece.
Take
Now,
your
if it's
diaper.
gonna make you sick
put on
or
a
you
diaper.
don't eat it, that's a different story. You could say, "Oh no, I can't eat that."
To be
I'm
honest,
sorry.
all right. So to be honest with you, the way I look at it.
Like, there's a lot of times I've gone somewhere I won't eat.
Okay. Hold on.
But wait a
Hold
second.
on.
Taking like a pastry or a piece of cake or something that they physically made because you came over.
I just won't eat.
Okay.
There's been places where they have food I don't
Can
eat.
I? All right. So can I fill you into somebody who feels that type of way
So
that
is
you
that
know
why
that I
people
am?
don't invite us over no more?
Because I don't eat. I didn't know that left a bad taste in people's mouths.
I'll
If I did,
explain
I'm sorry.
Hold
but-
on. I'll explain it to you like this, because, like you said, you know that both her and I feel
right.
a certain way. If I cooked something, if it wasn't a dietary restriction, like there's not an allergy, like this is perfectly fine for you to eat, and I spent my time making something for you. You come over, and I said, "Hey, I made this. Why don't you just try a little bit of it, like just so we could just talk about it, whatever. Or, I'm showing I'm putting an effort here. And then you say, no, I'm good. To me, you take it any which way you'd like.
Those were the exact words that the person said. No, we're good.
Because she remembers the shoe she was wearing.
You have
or
no
she was
idea.
It's so funny.
When
and
we
the
get
jacket
hurt,
and the earring. Like, I don't even
so
remember
funny
that.
because I don't remember anything half
Right.
the time, right? I never do.
no, but you remember when you get disrespected.
Of course.
So that's what it is. We take it as a
Because
sign of disrespect.
I've grown up as a person, and we don't forget things now.
It is, Frank, whether
What did we say
see it,
before?
whether you see it or not.
I'm guilty of that.
No.
I am. And I don't do it on
No,
purpose.
but I'm telling
like,
you
if
that-
I've left anybody
Frank.
mad like she is, like,
no,
that's
but
not
Frank,
my
you have to
intent.
understand.
No.
It's for me, it's a level of disrespect.
I don't think you're doing what I am saying.
No.
This is when you go out of your way and you make something.
But, Enza,
so who's invited you over for dinner and you won't eat?
No,
there?
you know what? I know if someone said, Frankie, I made this today, I want you, even if you don't want it, you would eat it.
would eat it.
You would definitely
If
eat
you
it.
got invited over my
If you're
house
talking
to
about they
eat-
bought a cake or some shit and you don't want, that's a different story. That they didn't make it or whatever. That's just an offering. If they said they made something, your ass would sit on that at that table and you would try it.
I've gone places and they've had food and I just don't want anything.
I know I've seen
done
it.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what
I
you're
know
saying.
you're
Like,
saying,
for
but
example, it's a little different, but how many times I make things?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I made French onion soup. And then you take it. How many times you make stew or whatever? Oh, and I take it. But it's
Because I tell you, hey, I'm making this, I'm bringing it over. You're like, great,
yeah,
bring
but
it.
it makes you feel good that I appreciate what you're making too. If I start saying no, I don't want it. No, I don't
I'm
want
okay.
it.
No, I'm
no,
good.
we're good.
I'm good.
We're good. How would that make you feel?
Go fuck yourself. That's how I feel. And I remember those
And he didn't even
forever.
make it for me, but you want to offer me.
Because you know what the problem is? This is our problem,
We're
by the way.
passionate people.
No, we're grudge holding. We're still so.
Que si te
my
mal
brother,
deixa.
my brother used to tell me all the time. I remember one time something bad happened, but I remember those like yesterday. And he looked at me. He was joking, but he fucking flicks my head. He goes, "You have a steel trap mind." And then I replied to him. I said, "Because I don't forget those who fucking wronged me." And that's bad. That's bad.
Again, I don't lose sleep over it.
It's
Like
not
I
about
said,
losing. No.
He doesn't even know it happened.
It's not about losing sleep.
I
It's about
think-
just not forgetting. I could forgive, but I won't forget.
At the end of the day, like you said before, what do Italians look for? Respect. It's common decency to be respectful. You're on a diet. I don't eat all this stuff right now. But you would turn, okay, let me have a small piece. I'm sorry, I'm on a diet. I'm not eating it right now. Or you would have the tiniest of piece.
I don't know.
You would. I've seen you do
know
it.
you
I've
would.
seen you do it.
I don't
I've
know.
seen you do it, bro.
But when that's like disrespectful.
Because there is a part of you that knows, like, they made something. I can't not try it. I'll just have
You
a
guys
small piece.
proved my
How
point.
many times does Sal come over here, right? And he's lactose intolerant. He says it all the time. He goes and takes a pill and he still eats my food because he wants to be nice or whatever. Or he
I don't think to be
understands.
nice. It's because he enjoys
think he
it.
wants
need
it.
a
He
dessert.
wants it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
need a dessert for the night, or
Yeah.
I need tiramisu or
Well,
whatever.
she just told everyone Sal, that
He says it all the time.
Hey, Sal, you shit your pants when you have some milk, bro.
Sorry, but you say it all the time.
that was
How many times is
wasn't me. That was her.
and he'll run and go take a lactate pill or whatever.
Whatever works. Yeah,
But
yeah.
he would eat the dessert because I made it for the night.
Because he cares. Listen, bottom line. Let's go bottom
Sal
line
has
here.
a heart. What could I say? He's a nice guy.
I eat everything under the sun. Look at the size of me, and she's not giving me any compliments.
You credit all the time. Didn't I talk good about him before when we recorded?
Yeah,
You guys proved my point.
What's that?
That
don't forget
Italians
nothing.
don't forget, don't forgive, facciamo schifo.
No. I think we do forgive. It's the don't forget part. People confuse that. I think we do forgive.
I don't lose sleep.
But I just will remember the
And
fucking next
just
time.
to prove you wrong, I've spoken with this person many times after. I've never even brought it up to this person. I'm not going to lose sleep over it or be spiteful back.
She remembers
In
the dish
return-
that she made that night.
She just
too.
can never get along with my sister.
No. I'm just telling you right now. She remembers exactly what she made that night. That was rejected.
For that person.
Yes.
Oh, of course, 100%. I know what I made because I put effort into
All right,
it.
here's what
I
we'll
wanted
do.
to be nice and make something.
Here's what we do. It's dinner time. Go make what you made that person, and I'll enjoy
I'm not
it.
making you nothing because you don't appreciate me.
Well, I say this was a nice little episode. I love the fact Enza was in with us.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we're gonna be seeing a little more.
Did I make the cut?
I think you made the cut. Marcus,
Did
she
I
made the cut.
progress
We'll
from?
send a letter of
Be
acceptance.
careful what you say, because she's not gonna forget.
Did I progress from computer technician back there?
There you go.
Button girl.
Listen, the acceptance letter's in the mail. all
Oh,
right?
okay, thank
Don't
you.
worry about it. You're good.
Well, have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Take care.